on in, folks. We're giving away the iPad. Where'd you get the alcohol? Do you guys all know about the alcohol? I didn't know about that. All right, well, this should be a fun show, eh? All right, funner, yeah. Now, is managing your IP network like spinning plates? A little bit? Okay, then you need Brocade. Brocade is a networking provider that transitions organizations smoothly to a world where applications and information reside anywhere in the cloud. Now, while last year's solutions were mostly based on a single optimized application, which you can buy from us today, I'm going to warn you folks, we're going to use visual aids. Today we are seeing a new trend, a trend towards a shared workload and a virtualized environment. Now, why is that? Well, companies find they can cut costs and gain efficiencies. They can better handle the skyrocketing growth of data, video, and mobile use in the enterprise. Can you hear me now? And finally, companies are finding out that this is great new technology. They're adopting it simply because it just didn't exist before. They can finally take advantage of it, and that's great. Now, the benefits of transitioning to the cloud are big, but they can only be realized if your network is ready. So let's take a look quickly at 3 key issues. First of all, will your network have the performance and the scalability needed for the cloud? Well, if it's currently based on 1 gig Ethernet, probably not. It won't be ready for the increase in data that it'll be handling. You see, folks, the increase in data is due to the fact, among other things, that for a virtualized environment, application cloning, which is needed to prepare a virtualized environment, that's cloning, requires a lot of bandwidth. Secondly, ask yourself, what's the current state of your existing network in terms of ease of management and provisioning? Typically, an existing network includes Ethernet LAN, separate network for storage, NICs, and HBAs, and they're all running in a separate management solution. Folks, management silos are not cost efficient, nor are they appropriate for a virtualized environment. Thirdly, when it comes to services such as security or quality of service, etc., existing technologies really handcuff you by limiting your flexibility, or they make your life more complicated by requiring extra configuration. Now contrast that with VM mobility, where a virtual server can move to any server or storage domain. Thank you very much. So the benefits of transitioning to the cloud are big in terms of performance, scalability, ease of management, and provisioning. Not without its challenges, but the benefits are big. To make the switch smoothly, you need Brocade's brand new, revolutionary, game-changing virtual cluster switching, or VCS for short. It's the first true Ethernet fabric, and it's optimized for performance and mobility. With single pane of glass management for all the network layers, it has low latency, and is built for convergence between Ethernet LAN and SAN. Folks, Brocade is a company that, this is starting to hurt, is a company that you can count on. We are experts in building data center fabrics. Folks, Brocade is in 90% of the global 1,000 data centers. Thank you. And get a load of this, folks. Brocade was even chosen by Oracle to be the networking provider for DemoGrounds. You guys know what DemoGrounds is? That's the Oracle Open World's product demonstration area, and it's based in the cloud. Now, why did Oracle choose Brocade? Simple. Simple. Because, oh, I hope this works. Because Brocade Brocade has the best networking solutions for our virtualized environment. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a smooth transition to the cloud, then you want Brocade. Louder. Yeah. Now, folks, I know what you're thinking. How can they afford me? But that's not important right now because we only have a couple of minutes left, and it's time for the big finale. When the 2 minutes left, we are going to do my most spectacular trick to date. That's right, the spinning of 9 plates. Can I hear an ooh from the crowd? Very good, sir. Now, this is a trick. Everywhere I've gone, everywhere I've performed, from San Francisco to Milpitas, this is a trick that has astounded audiences worldwide. As a matter of fact, I've even performed this one for the Queen of England. That's who he said he was, anyway. So, without further ado, we want to use the last 2 minutes remaining to talk about Oracle Demo Grounds, because we were chosen, Brocade, to be the networking provider to get that up and running. I want to talk about it in terms of a real-life case study and transitioning to the cloud. So, what were the parameters involved? First of all, thousands of rapidly changing users, hundreds of people simultaneously using complex enterprise applications. The deployment window was actually quite short, only about a couple of weeks. We utilized 2 data centers, one in Atlanta and one in Reston, Virginia. Now, the data center in Reston, Virginia did need a few changes to make it ready for the cloud. First of all, its old network was based on 1 gig Ethernet L2 collision domain to connect the servers. But, as we mentioned before, 1 gig Ethernet doesn't have the performance and scalability. Thank you, everyone. Also, it's an OVM bottleneck. It significantly slows down the cloning process. And on top of that, the network management at the Reston data center was a bit of a nightmare because you had 4 to 6 NICs to support connections to 3 different networks and servers. So that's what it was like at Reston. But now it's time for the transition to the cloud. Enter Brocade. So what did we do for the transition for the cloud? Well, first of all, we upgraded performance by upgrading the network to 10 gig Ethernet. And then we upgraded scalability by connecting the storage to 10 gig, connecting the storage via 10 gig NFS. And now, with the transition to the cloud complete, your network management is simple because, whoa, quick before they notice, because in a virtualized environment, network management is simple. Why? Because now, whoa, that was close. All your storage and all your servers are now on one network. Applause. So folks, if you want a smooth transition to the cloud, you want an industry leader, if you want game-changing virtual cluster switching, you want one company. The name of that company is Brocade.